What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our Genshin Impact playthrough. I know today we were supposed to do Hawkeye's Star Rail, but unfortunately, it is actually being patched right now, so it's under maintenance. So, guess we're gonna go on the other side of the Hoyoverse, which is of Genshin. It's been a while since we last did Genshin here, and I know that the event Duel of the Summoners Summit is out, so let's go ahead and give this a shot here. Now, I don't know. I think we have to finish this quest first. So let's go ahead and try to finish a toast to victory. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's just jump right into it. By the way, if you guys have any questions about builds, about strategies, artifacts, anything like that, let me know. Drop a link in the comments. I'll gladly help out. Alright, so first things first. Let's head on over to Sumeru, whatever you want to call it. Sumeru. And we're going to go over here and let's continue the main story here. I do want to do most of the event, if not all of it. So if we have to quick start, we'll quick start it. For not to, but we'll see. How is chat doing, by the way? How are all my viewers doing? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. All right. Let's go talk to Nahida.
Nahida! Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know?
Okay, so I want to know about the
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself.
What's up, Robot? What's up, Glee?
His future will be determined by fate. After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything.
Interesting.
But no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Okay, how about what happened after I fell asleep?
What happened after the doctor put you to sleep? You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
Interesting.
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, The Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the Doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the Doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
I kind of wish we knew what that knowledge was.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Interesting.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Huh? You mean...
About your sister.
Oh,
While you were
shoot.
resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Interesting. But we both came beyond the Sea of Stars.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all.
What?
Wait.
There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
How does she belong to this world? All our lives until we came here. Things don't add up. Is there something wrong with my memories, or is this world has something to do with her?
Nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Wait. Do you know what she's been through?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
So is it related to the Abyss?
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my Gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
Wait,
Huh?
what?
So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
So, Traveler's sister is not from here? So is she our sister?
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
I mean, she actually gave us
The pleasure
answers.
is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
It's been a while since we last played cards at the Catskill. Wonder how Diona's doing. Well, since we have some time on our hands, let's go check up on her.
Wait, so now I can do the event? Oh, no way. There's no way that now I can do the event. This is not the time for me to be able to do that event. I just got dropped some massive knowledge, and you want me to go now play cards with Diona? Yep, that was all I needed to do, was just to talk to her. I'm livid right now. I am livid. I am so... Okay, hold on. Hold on. I need to collect myself for a second. Okay, complete another quest to continue. Please. So, what do I need? Yes, from Leeway. Wait, hold on. Where is the... Who is this? I don't know who this is. Complete Easter Planet Chapter 1. This is the one I want to do anyways.
Is there anything you want to know?
About my sister.
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
So, I'm just trying to still figure this out. So, that's so wild. Like, all this is insane. So she's not from this world. But she is our sister? Like, is that right? And then there's 2 other people that descend into this world, neither of which were my sister. That's so insane. Okay. Okay, well, at least we found out the truth about Lumine. Man, it's gonna be so weird to go from that, and now jumping over to, like, a card game. Like, like, it's so wild to me, but hey, we're gonna do it. So, alright.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records,
Yeah, so we heard
What's a
this.
descendant?
look, I'm a very important traveler. You.
Yeah, so we
That's
heard all
right.
this.
As for the and yet, there are many questions in my heart as well.
Alright, I got nothing else.
I'm very. If fate is the. I'm unsure. The pleasure is up high.
So she doesn't say us anything new. My question actually is...
Hey!
I can't read her mind. That's funny. Look at that, Amrutavara. Alright, so. Let's go to Mondstadt, I guess. I just have to... we should probably... Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's go ahead and... let's spend our resin real quick before we hit max resin. That's going to be I want to take care of that first. My god. It's a massive... So she's not from this world. Interesting. Alright, we're going to do this real quick.
I see everything.
Salvation belongs to the abyss.
Speed of light.
Alright.
Rest and rebuild.
Yeah, I don't know why, like, it's not...
Nowhere to hide.
Alright, let's go.
Don't blink.
That. Let's go here. We'll set this up here.
Emerge right now. Speed of light.
Beautiful. Cut that. Let's prop this open. And then go...
Don't blink. Hey.
Beautiful. Alright.
Grow.
I hate this one because he moves.
This way, Turtles. Incoming.
Alright.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
And...
Hey. Grow. Allow me.
Man, this is not going...
Right here. Right now.
This is taking way too long.
A sight to behold.
There we go. Awesome. Alright, cool. Let's cash out on this. I know, that's insane. Why no Star Rail today? It's patching. Straight up, like, the server is down. So, I figured let's stay on brand. We have to do the event anyways. And, you know, go from it from that perspective. Alright, cool. And let's go here. Alright, let's start the, I guess let's start the event. It's really hard to go from that insane knowledge dump to this. Like, that's just, it's just a lot. It is a lot, but hey. We gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, let's, oh wait, we have a poll. And it sucks too, because I really do want Yoimiya. I want Yoimiya so bad, and she just won't come home. Like, she just won't come home. It's over here, that's community. Alright.
What a disaster. I didn't even make it through the qualifiers. How'd you do?
I didn't do any better. I was beaten by that little Timmy kid. I've only ever seen him out there feeding pigeons. No clue how he got to be
They're
such a good
really
god.
shoving the card game down our
The
throats.
next round's starting soon, right? Let's head over and watch the matches. I'm curious to see who'll win the grand prize.
Did you hear that? A grand prize! Sounds like they were talking about a card competition. They must be talking about Genius Invocation should be. But let's go ask Diona for details.
I just wish they dropped the TCG. Like, no one says that. Like, no one says that. No one ever is like, oh my god, do you play Magic the Gathering TCG? Like, it's not like there's any other Genius Invocation. Just drop the TCG.
Wait, what? Am I seeing double? Do you have two tails?
Your eyes are working just fine. Yes, I have two tails. You want to pet them?
Wow. Does it hurt when your tail splits into two? Which one did you grow first? Oh, and what do you do when they start moving around while you're asleep?
Oh, well,
sorry if those were tricky questions. I've just never seen anyone with two tails before.
who's Diana chatting with? From her outfit, Paimon would guess she's probably from Inazuma. Oh, don't worry, kid. I'm sure you'll be growing a couple of tails of your own in no time.
Wow.
Huh? You think I can grow two tails as well?
Sure, you're a yokai too, right? Your yokai power must be really strong if you can already take on human form. I was just climbing a tree one day when another tail popped out, just like that. People started calling me, Nekomata, I think?
Wow.
Yokai? Nekomata? No. You got it all wrong. My ears and tail are part of my cat's line bloodline.
Oh, so you're not a Mondstadt yokai?
Mondstadt doesn't have anything like yokai. Is this your first time here?
Interesting.
Yep. Fortunately for me, the company I work for has been expanding, so I'm now getting the opportunity to travel to cities all over Teyvat. Oh, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you that I almost lost track of time. I'd better get going, or I'll be late for my next customer. Diona of the Quetzline clan, your pickup is complete. Thank you for choosing Komania Express.
Great. Feel free to come hang out anytime.
Interesting. They're both two different kinds of cats.
Do only yokai have tails in Inazuma?
Oh yeah, she does have paws. I thought she was a girl that dressed up as a cat. I didn't know she was an actual cat.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Hey, what brings you back to Mondstadt?
Well, we figured it's been a while since we visited the Catskill, so we thought we'd come and say hi. Oh, and by the way, who was that just now?
Oh, she's a courier from Komania Express. They're an international delivery service operating out of Inazuma.
Huh? Is the Catskill doing international business now?
No. A customer left some goods with us and arranged for Komania Express to pick them up. That's all. I didn't mind. You've been to Inazuma, right? Did you, see lots of yokai like her?
We saw some with wings on their back and other with fox ears.
Right. But this is actually the first time we've ever seen one with two tails.
Whoa! I'd love to go see for myself one day. Huh. Anyway, what were you two here for again? Did you need me for something?
Oh, yeah! Paimon almost forgot. Do you know anything about a Genius Invocation TCG tournament? Apparently there's prizes and stuff.
A tournament? Oh, you must mean the one being organized by the Adventurers Guild. It's a pretty big event. They even had posters imported from Inazuma. But I'm busy with things here, so I didn't sign up. I don't know all the details. Maybe try asking my boss.
Got it! Well, with any luck, we'll win some more, and then we'll treat you to some yummy food.
Huh, what do you mean, luck? I'm the one who taught you how to play, after all.
That's true. That is true. Thanks, Coach.
Now, like it. Okay, you two
Wow.
should probably get going
I hate
now.
that.
Head to the Fountain Plaza. My boss usually takes a
Wow.
walk around there at this time of day.
Alright, we'll go there right away.
Wow. That's meow like it. I can't. Alright, well. Let's ask Margaret.
Hey, Margaret. We thought we might find you here.
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while, hasn't it? Let me guess. Back to play some cards?
It's not like we only ever come back to Mondstadt to play cards.
Oh, really?
I hang out in
I just
Mondstadt a lot.
assumed you were here to take part in the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
King of Invocations Grand Prix? Oh, that must be the Adventurers Guild one that Diana mentioned.
Mm-hmm, that's the one. Genius Invocation TCG has been attracting more and more players lately. The Adventurers Guild arranged for venues in every city to hold a regional tournament for the King of Invocations Grand Prix. The rewards are quite substantial. Mondstadt is already at the final stage, so I'm afraid you might be a little too late to get that prize.
Really? Oh, darn! We already promised Diana we'd treat her to some food with the Muro we won!
It's all right. There's bound to be a next time. This card game came out of nowhere and has already taken the world by storm. Who knows where it'll go next? The game's creators must be ecstatic with all this success, don't you think? It's unbelievably popular.
Yeah!
I mean,
And it only gets more fun the more people there are to play it with!
they really are patting themselves on the back on this TCG thing, huh?
Well, you may have missed the boat on the official event, but there's also an unofficial tourney organized by some players. Would that interest you at all?
Unofficial tourney?
That's right. With all the excitement surrounding the main tournament, players can hardly contain their enthusiasm. So they've set up an unofficial tourney aimed at a larger player base. You can sign up at any time and play however many matches you want. They even have pre-built decks for players to use. Oh, and the rewards are pretty generous too.
Ooh, Paimon likes the sound of this. Thanks for the info, Margaret. We'll go check it out.
You're welcome. There are plenty of booths at the venue offering food and other fun activities, so it's definitely worth a visit. Who knows? You might even bump into some old friends there. Right. If there's nothing else you needed, I'll be continuing my walk now.
My thing is,
Paimon still thinks that with your abilities, winning the grand prize in the official tournament would have been as easy as pie. Just imagine it. Honorary Knight defeats foes and emerges as tournament champion. The headline practically writes itself.
Do my ears deceive me? Or do you two have some breaking news to share with me?
Whoa! Who
Wow.
are you? And why the heck are you eavesdropping on us?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. I tend to keep my ears peeled at all times. Didn't even realize I was listening in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird from Fontaine. I've been posted here to cover the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
interesting. So, Pom Pom as a waifu.
The Steambird?
The Steambird is a major news outlet headquartered in Fontaine and widely acclaimed all over Teyvat. We even have regular columnists based right here in Mondstadt.
Ooh, okay. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. What was that you were saying about some breaking news?
Oh, looks like I've managed to pique your interest. Well, the truth is that my keen reporting senses are telling me that this competition will be chock full of huge news stories.
Huge news stories? You sure your senses are reliable?
Absolutely. After all, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a criminal who's been slinking around the competition venue, and his name is the Card Snatcher.
Damn.
Snatcher?
He stole his opponent's cards when they weren't looking. I was about to try and chase him down, but the next moment, he disappeared into thin air.
Is that the nice job?
Why would someone want to steal other people's cards?
Whatever the truth of the matter, it's my job as a journalist to dig up all the gory details and turn them into my very own exclusive news piece.
I do like this whole aesthetic.
So, what do you think? Want to join me in my quest to uncover the sensational story that's hiding behind the scenes?
That does sound interesting, but why us? Any reason you singled us out in particular?
Are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer, considering you're the honorary knight who saved Mondstadt, the hero of Liyue who fought alongside the Adepti, a key player in the repealing of Inazuma's Sakoku Decree, and the redeemer of the Sumeru Academia.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it seems like we've ended up making quite a big name for ourselves, huh?
She did her homework.
Yeah, kinda scary. Does she research all her new friends before meeting them for the first time?
I promise you, teaming up with me will be a great move for you. For starters, when my exclusive news article is published, you'll be credited as contributors. Not to mention that being in a news agency makes me pretty well connected. That'll come in real handy if you're ever traveling in Fontaine. And if you ever wanted to run an ad in the paper one day, no problem. I could make that happen.
That actually sounds genuinely useful. What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then welcome to the news crew. Ah, I've heard that the Traveler always lends a helping hand, so it's nice to know that you live up to your reputation, but even nicer to experience it for myself. Now,
Wow.
before we start investigating our card snatcher, I have one other small task to take care of first. That Mondstadt columnist who I mentioned earlier is a longtime favorite of the Steambird's readership. Management thought that a cash bonus was in order, so I brought it along with me.
Oh, so we're gonna go meet them now?
Yep, I have the address right here. We just need to make a slight detour to drop off the Mora, then we'll be on our way. I thought you would have figured out who it is I'm talking about by now. From what I've heard, you're quite well acquainted.
Oh, it's someone we know? That doesn't narrow it down much. We know lots of people in Mondstadt.
Yeah, we know a lot of people in Mondstadt.
Never mind. Just lead the way, Charlotte.
I love her. Like, I think she's kind of great.
Who could it be?
One of your rich friends, I'd assume. After all, you gotta be pretty well off to live in the city, right?
I would just assume it was Mona.
That still doesn't really narrow it down. We know lots of people with lots of Mora.
Wow, I guess being a national hero earns you friends in high places.
Yeah, this is Mona's house. She's actually rich. That's funny. This is Mona's house, right?
Wait here a moment. I'll go hand over the cash.
Oh, so it's...
Who is it? Can I help you? Oh, Traveler and Paimon, what brings you here? And I'm sorry, I don't believe we've...
Oh
You
yeah,
must be
they gave her
Mona
the
Magistus,
alternate
the astrologist.
clothes.
It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter from the Steambird. Your columns have been so well received by our readers lately that our management asked me to present you with this cash bonus.
She got Mona's full name and title right on her first try.
Wow.
She really does do her homework.
Ah, you must be Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Please, just call me Mona. Gosh, this is a long way to come from Fontaine. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all. It was on the way.
Wow. Sounds like your articles are a real hit with readers all over Tibet, Mona.
One of our
Have I never
rich
told
friends.
you?
I can't.
I've been writing my column, All Things Astrological, for the Steambird for a long time now. The chief editor wrote to me a while ago about the bonus. Thank goodness it's finally here. I was wondering when it would arrive. Thank you, Charlotte.
Huh. You make it sound like you really needed this. Are you pressed for money, Mona?
What? No, of course not. It's just that once I knew the bonus was coming, I reallocated some funds that I'd previously set aside for daily necessities and purchased some expensive equipment. That's all.
Wow.
Classic Mona.
Aha! Perfect! Renowned astrologist Broken Starbase. Does astrologers really have all the answers? The article practically writes itself.
What is this filter? What? Okay.
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Mona's actually super rich. It's just that astrology research is really expensive.
Wow.
Super rich is a bit of a stretch. Anyway, enough about that. What brings you back to Mondstadt this time, Traveler and Paimon?
Originally, we just came to catch up with a friend of ours. But some things have come up, and now we're helping Charlotte investigate the case of the Card Snatcher.
Speaking of which, will you be competing in the King of Invocations Grand Prix? Where it is that the prizes are pretty stellar.
I'm much too busy with my research these days to dedicate time to a competition. Besides, even if I did enter, there's no guarantee I'd actually win a prize, is there?
Isn't there? I'd have thought you'd be certain to win with astrology on your side. You'd know
That's
all
cheating.
your opponent's cards ahead of time.
That's straight up cheating.
Take me for? No self-respecting astrologist would dream of abusing their beloved art for such crude purposes. Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the other contestants.
Well said. Spoken like an accomplished academic and a conscientious citizen.
Well, yes, obviously. Anyway, if past
Wow.
precedent is anything to go by, you're the ones who ought to be wary of what's around the corner. Especially if you're chasing after this card snatcher, wasn't? Sounds like bad news. Shall I take a glance at what you're up against?
Thanks for the offer, but there's no need. Relying on on, your astrological skills for all the juicy details would make this story a Mona exclusive. But that's not quite the kind of exclusive report I'm going for here. But don't you worry. They call it investigative journalism for a reason. We journos have our ways.
Journos?
Alright, well,
Interesting.
best of luck with your investigation then. Thanks again for bringing the bonus, Charlotte. Do give my regards to the chief editor.
Take
I
care of
will,
yourself.
and yes, we should. I'll hold you to that.
We already whooped her ass in the game, actually. What's up, Effects? How you doing?
We started heading to the competition venue. The Mondstadt Regional Final should be starting shortly.
All right. Paimon can't wait to find out who the finalists are.
All right, so let's go this way. Who are the finalists? Yo, tell me it's the Luke. If it's the Luke, I'm gonna lose it. All right, let's go over here, and we're gonna go up this way, and we're gonna go here. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I had a very interesting day at work today, but overall, you know, I'm not at work, so I'm okay.
Seems pretty lively here.
The game is actually being, is receiving a patch right now, so I couldn't play it because it's down for maintenance. And I couldn't think of anything on the fly.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, what a rare surprise. Did you really come all this way just to watch Timmy and me in the final?
Wait, it's him versus Timmy? Oh my god. Yeah, so, like, I totally forgot. But there's a massive update coming out for Honkai SRL. And I was like, okay. Like, I log on. It's like, server will be down till like 11 o'clock. And I'm like, well, guess that's not going to happen. And then I was like, oh, well, now I got to think of something. And, like, my consoles are downstairs. I'm like, oh, boy. I didn't prep for this. And then I was like, I could do Octopath, but then that's just me farming. Because, you know, nobody wants to see that. Which we've still been farming. We're going to try to do the final boss at some point. And then I was like, well, I guess we're going to do Genshin? like, I don't know what else to do.
Aya? You made it to the finals? Wait, what about your work with the Knights of Favonius? You better not be slacking off again.
Hey, come on now. That's no way to talk to a friend. Naturally, I wouldn't have considered entering the competition were I not already on top of my work. Ah, enjoying a drink while playing a few rounds of cards. I can't think of a better way to relax outside of work, can you? Oh, just be sure not to tell Diona I said that.
Well, since you're in the competition, have you noticed anything suspicious going on so far? You know, like people stealing other
I'm actually
players'
getting
cards,
even more
that
levels.
Stealing cards,
I
you
know.
say? I'm afraid I haven't seen anything of that sort. Not while I've been playing, anyway. Why do
Realistically,
you ask?
I should be leveling Octopath Traveler on stream. Clearly, for that sweet streamer buff, that streamer luck buff. That's what I should be doing. But like,
Well, we just ran into this journalist from Fontaine and she... Huh? Where'd Charlotte go? She was right here, wasn't she? Oh, I bet she snuck out to go find some tasty snacks for herself.
wow.
Journalist from Fontaine? Oh, you mean the one from the Steambird. I do recall seeing a Steambird reporter listed in the Knights of Favonius visitor log.
Yeah, that'll be her. She said that she saw a card snatcher at the tournament venue, so we're helping her investigate.
A card snatcher? How very interesting. But one question, Paimon. Are you sure that cards are really what this snatcher is after?
Huh? What makes you say that?
Interesting.
Hello, everyone. Your attention, please. The final is about to begin. Now, let's give a warm welcome to our two contestants.
Guess we'll have to leave it there. Let's continue this conversation another time.
Yeah, kick Timmy's ass, Kaya.
Don't worry. I will.
Go,
Man.
So, Traveler, who do you think is gonna win?
I think Kai's gonna win.
Yeah, Kai is quite the crafty one. He must have some tricks up his sleeve.
You know what's funny too, FX? Like, I tried to level up the characters, like, on the side for Octopath, and not a single time for, like, an hour. Like, and not a single time, not even 100, no 100 times experience. Not a single
By the
time.
way,
I'm telling you.
whoever is bound to make headlines. Wait, speaking of headlines, isn't that Charlotte's job?
I'm convinced that a bunch of games have, like, this detecting software in them that, like, is like, oh, okay, you're streaming? Here, let me give you a little bit of luck. Like, I'm telling you, I think it's a thing.
Maybe she got
I'm convinced.
caught trying out all the delicious Mondstadt snacks. Let's go look for her.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced that there has to be some game that, like, does that. That, like, scans for, like, a stream. Because I know Doki Doki. So the reason why I say that, like, I'll have to begin streaming. The reason why I say that is because Doki Doki Literature Club. So we played the new one. We played the Plus on PS5, so it's different. But if you play Doki Doki Literature Club on PC and you have, like, OBS or Streamlabs or something like that open, the game is different. Because at the very end, and I think I mentioned this last time, so I might totally be sidetracking, but at the very end of Doki Doki, when Monica, like, messes with, like, all your stuff, the program will look to see if you have OBS or slobs open, and she'll, like, jump scare you, and she'll be like, there's no one else watching this right now, is there? And it's like this little hidden cutscene, and, like, it's literally a full-blown jump scare. Like, the whole screen goes, like, into, like, negative, like, yellow and red, and, like, her face looks, like, demonic, and it's like I thought we were supposed to be alone or something like that. It's really interesting. So clearly there are games that can do that, because if that game can detect that there's Streamlabs or something open, then clearly that means there's other games that can do it. Yeah, it's really interesting. Like, it's kind of terrifying, but if you look it up, you'll see it. So Doki Doki does know, because, like, Doki Doki, right, like, you have to remember, we had to actually go into the full, so we played on PlayStation, but on computer, like, you had to actually go into the game's files and delete Monica. So there was a lot of, like, you had to, like, actually go to, like, start My Documents, Steam, Doki Doki Literature Club, and delete the Monica file. Like, on the PlayStation, it's a little different because, like, there is no files, so you couldn't do that. But on PC, and if you guys remember, this actually happened on our stream, too, when we did it for the PlayStation. The game scans to see what my username was. So that's why Doki Doki, when Monica says my name, I never inputted the name. Monica just knew my name because it scanned the PlayStation. And on PC, it does the same thing. It'll scan your user, and it'll say, and if you have it on Steam, it'll scan your Steam name. So it says, like, you know, let's say, like, you know, your name is, like, Bill or something, like, and you put, like, the protagonist's name is, like, Jeffrey. She'll say, like, Jeffrey, or should I say Bill, if that's your real name? And that's when she says that it doesn't matter. So clearly, if a small indie company can do it, I'm convinced that a game like a higher end big title game could definitely do it, you know?
Charlotte, what happened? You just disappeared without saying anything.
I'm convinced.
Oh, I just didn't want to bother you while you were catching up with your friend.
But Kaya's one of the finalists. Don't you want to interview him or something? You did say you were supposed to be covering the competition.
I could churn out that kind of soft news piece in 5 minutes if I had to. Personally, I'm more interested in those two. From the moment things kicked off, they've been acting very strangely, like they're trying to stay out of sight. I'm sure they must be plotting something.
You mean there are 2 card snatchers?
Shh! Keep your voice down! We don't want to scare them off. We need to
Come on,
wait until we've
Paimon.
got something concrete. Then we can use my camera to catch them in the act. Huh? Wait, where'd the other guy go?
He's on the run!
After him!
Wow. I mean, you might be onto something. I mean, like, I'm not saying that, like, every game does that. But, like, a game like Genshin, for example, that, like, has, like, a, that has, like, a gacha gambling, like, a gachapon gambling, like, aspect to it a little bit. Like,
I feel like you've done this before. Do you spy on people often?
Oh, you're too kind. You should see the celebrities in Fontaine. The lengths they'll go to try and avoid the public eye. Compared to that, this is nothing. He's heading toward Mondstadt's side gate. Let's follow him, but quietly. We mustn't let him spot us.
yeah, it's true. If it has anti-cheat software, it scans the computer. That's actually a good, like, that's actually a good point. Like, if it's like, if it has like that, I forgot what's the like really common like anti-cheat, or like even like anti-pirate software. Like, there's like a lot of like DRM stuff that like scans like your files to make sure it's like legit and stuff. So like, that's a good point.
Heading away from the city! How long are we gonna follow him for? At this rate, we're gonna miss Kaya and Timmy's match!
To be fair, I don't actually think that Octopath Traveler has that, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are some games out there that do it. Like, to clarify, I don't think Octopath Traveler, an indie game from Square Enix, is sold on Steam for like $20. It has a Streamlabs thing, but it is interesting. Because, like, I mean, clearly, it does exist.
Oh, there. Looks like he stopped. Let's sit tight and see what happens.
Why'd he come all the way out here? Is he gonna hide something? And now he's crouching down with his hands above his head. Wait! Treasure hoarders! He's in trouble! Quick! We need to rescue him!
Wow, this will be short. Imagine. Yes. Octopath Travelers.
Someone save me!
What are the treasure hoarders doing so close to the city?
Alright, let's go. Whoops. That's not.
Hold the line!
Don't blink.
Let's go here.
Cut to the chase.
Easy.
Are you alright?
We're way too overpowered.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was all over.
They
for
need
me.
to make a higher
Those
difficulty.
treasure hoarders, did you know them? It sure looked like they were here just for you.
Why would I know them? I was just out for a walk, minding my own business, and then the next thing I knew, I was surrounded.
Oh, really? Then why did they target you? It wouldn't be because of some dubious deal you were involved in at the tournament, would it?
Huh? A deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a shame. You see, I'm a journalist, and I just happened to snap a picture of you and one other individual in the middle of a deal back at the tournament. I was only
Damn.
gonna ask you for an interview, but that was before you caused all this trouble. And now you're feigning ignorance of the deal in question. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. Shall I just cut my losses and hand over the evidence to the Knights of Favonius?
Damn.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
She
whoa.
got him
No,
good.
Please, I'll talk. But you gotta believe me, there's nothing shady going on, I swear.
Wow. That was some serious bluffing on Charlotte's part. She didn't take any pictures at all.
Bro,
Back at the
be
tournament,
cool.
I was approached by some random guy who said that he wanted to buy a card back off me. I said, okay, how much are you offering? And when he told me the amount, well, my jaw practically hit the floor.
Really? What kind of card back was it?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a treasure chest design on it. I only bought it because it was dirt cheap. This guy offered me 3 times what I paid for it and handed me the Mora right then and there.
Hold on, time out. Time out. His jaw almost dropped, right? That's what he just said from the offer. he said the guy offered him 3 times what he paid for it, right? But then he also said he bought it because it was dirt cheap. What is that, like $4? Like if the card back's like $1 because it's dirt cheap, 3 times $1 is $3. Like, that's not some major investment, my guy. Like, that's not 100 times more. Like, what is that? Like, he literally just said, I bought it because it was dirt cheap, and my jaw dropped because it was 3 times what I paid for it.
I could hardly believe my luck. So I decided to head somewhere less crowded and check the Mora was real. That's when
Check
I
the
ran
Mora
into
is
the special
real.
orders.
Did you ask
None
him
of this
why
makes
he
sense.
wanted to purchase this item from you?
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately.
They're really
and
selling
some
this
people
stupid
will pay
game.
good Mora to make their decks look flashy. It didn't strike me as that unusual. But after I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about, that's all the Mondstadt ones. Next stop, Liyue.
It's probably collecting all of
Something
them.
like that.
Or something like that. He either said that or he didn't. How certain are you?
I'm positive. I know what I heard. Once the card was in his hands, he suddenly relaxed like a huge burden had been taken off his shoulders. It was genuine relief. Could that card back really be as valuable as he thought?
That I don't know. But in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of Favonius.
It just sounds like some dude who's just trying to collect all the card backs.
After all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Right? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll go speak to the Knights of Favonius right away.
That's a good point. It's true.
Rare card backs. Are you sure this is the person you're after, Charlotte?
Well, it definitely doesn't add up. You really think someone out there is going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for a few card backs bought from a grocery store?
Yeah, like he bought it from a
That
grocery
tells me
store.
that
Like,
there's
how much more
more to
could
the
that have
story
possibly
than the
been?
card back alone. This entire situation reeks of exclusive news.
Ooh, treasure! Maybe the card backs make a treasure map. You know, collect all the pieces, put them together, and they reveal where the treasure is buried.
Who knows? But wherever this leads, we're definitely onto something. Even though I didn't manage to get a good look at his face, his physique and the way he moved were identical to the card snatcher I saw last time. I'm sure it's the same guy. He was much more discreet this time, though. I guess he didn't want to risk trying anything with so many potential witnesses around.
From the sounds of it, we need to head to Liyue next, right? Paimon can't wait! We have tons of friends in Liyue, too. But shouldn't we check in with Kaya before we leave? Paimon at least wants to find out who won the final.
I hope it's not
Good
Timmy.
idea. Let's go.
I hope it's not Timmy. If it's Timmy, I'm gonna be mad. If it's Timmy, I'm gonna fucking be so angry. I hate that kid. If it's Timmy, I'm gonna kill all the birds that he's friends with. I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure that all his dumb pigeons are dead. I just hate Timmy, man. I'm sorry. Timmy sucks. Alright. So apparently this guy's excited for $3.
Speed of light. Good.
I hereby declare the winner of the Mondstadt Regional Final.
Damn it!
King of Invocations Grand Prix is Timmy.
I kicked his ass too when we played.
That's amazing!
He let him win.
I was beaten by the best. Timmy's a tough opponent. He had me on the back foot the entire time.
Gracious
It's
to
all
the
right.
feet.
You don't need to comfort me. This must be the journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier. Charlotte, was it? Enchanté.
Enchanté.
I'm Kaya, cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius. I trust you're enjoying your time in Mondstadt?
The pleasure is all mine. Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly deserved. The mood here is simply delightful.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you all rushing towards the city's side gate earlier. Did you find something? I couldn't get it off my mind, even during the competition.
Interesting.
I see.
So, it seems we have an answer to Kaya's question from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs. But we still haven't figured out why he cares so much about them.
Well, while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue Harbor, I'm afraid I still have my Knights of Favonius duties to attend to. In fact, our top priority right now is strengthening Mondstadt's defenses. Treasure hoarder activity has been increasingly rampant lately.
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything. In fact, if Charlotte's journalistic instinct is on point, you'll probably be reading her exclusive report in the Steambird before long.
Wonderful. Then I look forward to reading all about it.
Thanks for supporting quality journalism. Okay, let's take tonight off and head to Liyue Harbor tomorrow. It'll give me a chance to write down everything that's happened today.
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster? Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG? They look so young.
Maybe, but very little is known about either of them. Whether they've been living under a rock this whole time or just aren't interested in fame, I don't know.
Interesting.
But hardly anybody has ever seen them.
The poster's probably just an artist's impression to capture the general look and feel of the duo. Beyond that, I doubt it's very true to life.
Sounds like they're a couple of socially reclusive scholars. If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the events, signing autographs, selling cards, and probably getting complimentary food and drink.
I hate Paimon so much.
And to top it off, you could play a few rounds of Genius Invocation with everyone.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. I was originally hoping to arrange
It's
an interview,
ridiculous how
but
much
I soon
better.
discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've attended.
It's ridiculous how much better Star Rail does voices, like the lip syncing, like, because I'm assuming this is all built on the same engine, right? And it's all the Hoyoverse. Like, they need to get that stuff in Genshin like stat. Like, the lip syncs between what they're saying and what their model looks like is so bad now. Like, playing Star Rail the last few days and then playing this, like, it's really bad. And I just, and then on top of that, like, man, Paimon's so freaking annoying. Like, Star Rail makes it so much more tolerable. Like, I love March. It's funnier. I mean, the game itself is funnier, but, like, Paimon's voice makes me want to bash my head into a stop sign.
It's as if they've designed the game and then never played it again.
Either they don't want to play the game, or they're unable to. But they must have their reasons.
I wonder if they'll show up at all during the King of Invocation's Grand Prix.
Maybe, if you get lucky. And based on my experience, the Traveler seems to have no shortage of that.
Oh, really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about. Anyway, our focus is still on tracking down the card snatcher. I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying, if you try chasing two rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase one rabbit each. Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling hungry. We can worry about all this later. Right now, it's time to get some grub.
You can always trust Paimon to know where life's priorities lie. If it's food you're after, I recommend taking a look at the nearby stalls. The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to be had around the venue.
Sounds great. Thanks, Kaya.
Alright. So that completes this. Duel, the Summoner Summit. So that's... There's a couple of quests here. Okay, so... Man, they're really, really trying to push this.
City on the Lake teams with talent in TCG tournament as young prodigy best Favonian cavalry captain. This title saves face for the Knights, but lacks a little oomph. Top
It's a little too
strategic
long.
mind of the Knights of Favonius outsmarted by Bridge Boy in 5-round failure.
Wow.
Captain's championship hopes crushed in dazzling Dark Horse defeat. maybe I should stick with my first draft.
Her aesthetic is so cool though, but it's literally pom pom. Like, I agree, this is literally just pom pom in waifu form, like 100%. So let's do. Okay, hold on. So how does this event work? From a story perspective? Alright, so we have to wait till the next day. So we're gonna go ahead and go here. Damn. Dude, listen, people misunderestimate how much I really don't like Paimon.
It's about time for us to head off to Liyue. We've got a cut.
Yeah. It's just like her voice is awful. Like, she's like so useless. Like, she does nothing for us. I don't think she's ever helped us out once. In like a good way. Alright, let's go here. We're gonna make our way over. Alright.
Wow. Liyue Harbor is still bustling as always.
Where merchants flock and all ships dock. Now I understand what that saying was trying to describe. Still, nothing beats seeing it with your own eyes.
Welcome to Liyue Harbor. I hope you had a smooth journey. Lady Ningguang instructed me to wait for you here.
Oh, it's Ningguang's secretary! Which Bai is it again?
It's Baiwen. I assist Lady Ningguang with collecting and organizing intelligence.
Wow.
That's right, Baiwen! Paimon remembers now. The other two are Bai Shi and Bai Xiao.
Lady Ningguang? You mean Tian Xuan of the Liyue Qixing?
Yep, that's her. But why does Ningguang want to see us? Wait, and how does she even know that we'd be arriving in Liyue Harbor today?
Lady Ningguang likes to stay informed. Nothing slips through her intelligence network. She wishes to invite our visitor from Fontaine, Mademoiselle Charlotte, to join her at Eugene Terrace to discuss cooperation.
What would she want with me? This is the first time I've ever been to Liyue Harbor.
Lady Ningguang has known of you for quite some time. A talented and capable journalist with the Steambird who writes insightful, engaging, and, most importantly, factual prose. She rather admires your work. She also understands that in revealing the truth, your exclusive news, you have offended some interested parties that have been pulling strings behind the scenes. And that is why you have been sent on an international reporting trip to cover the Genius Invocation TCG events.
Wait, what? That's terrible!
Damn.
Poor Charlotte.
No, it's just part of the job. I'm already used to it. But I'm surprised to learn that Lady Ningguang knows so much about my situation. Does she know my boss or something?
Paimon
Wow.
wouldn't be surprised. She seems to know everyone and everything.
Lady Ningguang also welcomes the two of you to join, if you're interested.
Oh,
I mean, sure, why not?
you didn't tell me you were best buddies with Lady Ningguang.
We're buddies with everyone at this point.
Paimon wouldn't go that far. We've just been invited to the Jade Chamber as honored guests a couple times.
Wow.
You know.
Wow, that's a humble brag right there.
But anyway, if Ningguang wants to discuss work stuff with Charlotte, it's probably gonna be best if we stay out of the way, right? Maybe we can go ask around about the card snatcher while you have your meeting with
Oh, I wanted to meet with Ningguang. Lame.
Are you sure? All right, thanks. Then I'll leave you to it.
Lame.
Let's catch up and swap notes later. I'm actually pretty excited to meet Lady Ningguang, so I don't want to keep her waiting.
Very well. Please, Mademoiselle Charlotte, follow me.
See you two later.
Damn.
Sounds like Charlotte's a top-notch journalist, huh? Paimon's not sure what that exclusive news is all about, but it definitely sounds like a big deal. And if she manages to write up an article about this card snatcher case, we'll be featured in her exclusive news too!
It feels like we're about to become famous.
We're already famous.
You're right. Okay, why don't we start asking around at the docks?
Literally everyone knows who we are, Paimon.
Going. Maybe someone's seen people trading cards there.
Like, literally everyone knows who we are. All right. So let's now go to the. Oh, I can probably just teleport there. It's been so long since I've been in Leeway. Alright, let's go here. I'll make our way over. Okay. Let's land on those boxes here so we can just skip this whole wall. Alright.
Hi there, can we ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead. I'll answer as best I can.
Wow.
Have you noticed anyone here collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG recently?
Card backs?
What is
No, I'm afraid not.
this guy's sick?
Sorry. Just before a girl in Inazuman attire walked by and I've
Oh, he's allergic to cats.
Well,
That's
take
funny.
care of yourself and get well soon. We'll keep asking around.
Yeah, he's allergic to cats. It's kind of
It'll
funny.
be all right. While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Wow. That's funny. Yeah, he's allergic to cats. That's kind of great.
Hey there, got a question for you.
Hello. Ask away. If it's fish you want, I've got all the answers.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with
Actually,
fish.
it's not about fish. We were just wondering, since you're here all day running your stall, have you seen anyone collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG?
Genius Invocation TCG. Afraid I don't know anything.
Really? Sorry to bother you then. We'll try our luck somewhere else.
Don't you want to buy some fish to take with you? All
Wow.
my fish are super fresh, you know.
I'm alright. I don't need the fish. Actually, you know what?
Hey there, got a
Ah, shoot.
Genius.
I was actually gonna say, like, does he have, like, recipes and stuff? Like, I'll buy a recipe from you. But he's in story mode, so. Alright.
Hi there. We'd like to ask you about something.
Oh, sure. Ask away. The ship's already set sail anyway, so I've got all the time in the world.
Have you seen anyone around here recently collecting card backs? You know, for that really popular game.
Collecting card backs? I've definitely seen people around here playing the game, but I'm usually preoccupied with thinking about the sea. I've never paid too much attention to it.
It's fine. We'll ask someone else.
Oh, I really can't afford to wake up late next time.
Wow.
Well, this got off to a slow start. Let's try somewhere else.
Hey, you two. Looking for someone?
Oh, boy.
Huh? Paimon knows that voice. It's Kazuha!
Nice to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Where's Beto?
Very well, thank you. Even better now that you're here.
Damn.
Captain Beto needed to return to Liyue to take care of some business, so I've been taking the chance to get to walk around
Oh,
town.
nice.
It's a nice surprise.
So we
to
might
run
bump
into
into her,
you two
actually.
here. Looks like you have questions. May I be of any help?
Well, long story short,
I see. Well, the harbor breeze is as peaceful and pleasant as ever. I don't believe that the card snatcher you're looking for has been through here.
huh. Okay.
I'm not sure if that's good news or bad in your eyes. Oh, by the way, it seems there's a competition being held nearby. I stopped to have a look. This Genius Invocation TCG. It seems to be immensely popular at the moment.
You want to know what the banner is?
Have you never played it before, Kazuha?
No, I haven't. I have quietly observed from the side. The captain brought a small box aboard recently that contained a variety of beautifully illustrated cards. She enjoys playing with the crew while enjoying a few drinks. A few too many, perhaps.
There's two, I think.
It's what you use to carry your cards in, and it helps you find players nearby too. You should give it a try, Kazuha. The rules are pretty easy to pick up, and then you'll have a fun game to play with your friends.
Honestly, I do like the card game. Like, I do enjoy it.
Forging friendship through card-based combat does sound quite delightful. Alright then. Show me the ropes, if you please.
Paimon can teach you. Paimon's watched the Traveler play a ton of times, so even Paimon Snat's a master invocator now. After we teach you the rules, we'll also have to get you a casket of totems.
But what about this card snatcher
Yeah,
you're
right?
looking for?
We're looking for a person who
Is not
stole a bunch of
dealing with
cards.
that more urgent at present?
Oh, good point. Paimon got so caught up chatting with our old friend that she nearly forgot about our promise to our new friend. Now where should we go next? Huh? Hey, look over there. Isn't that the Inazuman courier who Diona was chatting with back in Mondstadt? What's she doing here?
She said she was gonna go to Liyue, didn't she?
I just noticed the logo at her waist. Isn't that Komania Express?
Huh? Do you know that company, Kazuha?
Yes, I've heard of it. They provide delivery services in Inazuma.
I know right now it's Yoimiya.
Looks like she's having some trouble. Why don't we go and introduce ourselves?
So if you're asking about the banner, it's Yoimiya with the new girl, Youngjin and Chungyun, and then it's also Miko with the same. And then if you're asking for the weapons, you got Thundering Pulse and Akomaru. So, and obviously that.
In adventuring, as in business.
Unless you're asking for Bennett, then that's a different conversation. My Bennett's not great anymore. Since I don't use him anymore, really.
Which way is it from here?
Hey there! You look lost. Need any help?
You frightened the life out of me.
Wow.
Huh? Oh, I recognize you. Weren't you at the Cat's Tail in Mondstadt?
Yep. Paimon's name is Paimon, and these two are the travelers.
Paimon's name is Paimon.
It's a strange coincidence. Right?
Anytime.
Again.
I got you.
Hello. My name's Kirara. I'm a courier for Inazuma's Komania Express.
I know Komania Express is widely praised for its punctual and safe delivery services, but I wasn't aware that the company had started operating internationally.
Wow, it's rare to meet a fellow Inazuman abroad. Our company just recently began expanding its services overseas.
Well, to be fair,
Which is
Inazuma
great
was
for
shut
me,
down.
Because now I basically get paid to travel all around the world. Only downside is, I sometimes get a bit lost when it's my first time in a new city.
I mean, that's fair.
Sometimes, when I'm running late, I even have to change back into my original form and climb over walls to make sure the parcel's on time. Do you happen to know the way to the Wangsheng funeral parlor? I feel like I've been going in circles all day.
Yeah, we know the place. We'll show you the way.
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
Alright. So, let's go over here. We'll go this way. And this way. Alright. And let's get her. So I guess we're gonna meet Hu Tao, cause, and maybe. I mean, I don't think we meet Zhongli, but. Well, there's Hu Tao.
Down
I do
on the
love
ground,
Hotel.
the dice spin around, while high in the sky, the sun shines bright. That last line could use some work.
I do love Hu Tao. She's great.
Here we are. This is it.
Oh, White's the Traveler and Paimon. What brings you here? And I see you've brought some friends, clients, business partners, new associates.
Wow.
Maybe leave the introductions to Paimon. This is Kaidahara Kazuha, and this is Kirara.
Hello. It is an honor to meet you.
Greetings, old friends and new. So, what brings you all to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor this fine day? Wait, don't tell me. Is it our latest promotion? One touch that you journeyed all this way?
No,
Wow.
no, we were just giving Kirara directions.
Hello, ma'am. Are you Director Huta of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm your Komania Express courier, and we have a delivery for you. I just need to ask you for a signature.
Let me see. Oh yes, I've been expecting this. Delivery services these days make everything so much easier. I
So,
used to have to send my consultant running to and fro for this kind of thing.
so she's Amazon.
Say, Kirara, how flexible is your company in terms of delivering different types of goods? How about a living person?
Oh, wow.
And what about someone who's more in between alive and dead?
I love it.
Her tails are standing up on end.
Come on, Hotel.
Guess that's a no. Well, maybe we can talk about potentially expanding your company's services sometime.
Wow.
Could I trouble you to take a moment and leave a 5-star review?
5 stars? Well, that's an odd number. Let's make it an even 6. No, much too low. Service this good deserves at least 8. In fact, 9. 1 extra for going the extra mile.
It's still odd.
Oh, 5 stars will be plenty, really. But your enthusiasm means a lot. Alright, I should be on my way now. Thanks again for the directions.
Do you handle all the deliveries?
No, not necessarily. Business has been picking up lately, so the company has hired lots of new staff. But I handle all the international deliveries because I'm the quickest. I am a yokai after all.
So chances are that we'll see you on the road again soon.
Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Although, hopefully next time it won't be because I'm lost.
Wow. She must be
I heard you
protected.
reciting a poem
She's
just
kind
now,
of cool.
Director Who. May I ask from where you drew your inspiration?
Oh, do you share a liking for poetry as well?
Once in a while, I throw words at each other and see what sticks.
Yeah, there's no need for self-deprecation. I've seen people from all walks of life. And I can tell just from the way your sleeves flutter in the wind that you are a man of culture. Anyway, I'm preparing for the tournament final that will be held shortly. Anyone feeling poetic? I need ideas.
Tournament final? Ooh, you mean the genius
Oh yeah, so are they all having one?
Yeah, that's the one. My next opponent is no small fry. Most of the time he's so unassuming you couldn't pick him out of a crowd. But during this tournament, it's like he sprang up out of the ground like a whopper flower and
Is it
took the
Changhyun?
competition completely by surprise.
No,
So
way
I
it's
have a
Changhyun.
strong feeling that this will be a tough battle to win.
Then shouldn't you be focusing on your strategy? How is writing poetry gonna help?
Because skill doesn't thrill unless you've also got style.
Yeah.
What? Let me give you an example you'd be more familiar with. To make a great dish, it takes not just flavor, but presentation too. Ever heard the saying, it takes 2 flint to light a fire? The same principle applies when you're trying to make an impression.
That sounds like
Interesting.
it makes sense. Or does it? Oh, Paimon can never tell with Hu Tao.
In duels to the death, some samurai pay each other respects before the fight. Often, the two opponents find they have much in common.
See? New guy gets it.
New guy?
What did I say? A man of culture.
You flatter me, Director Who. In my humble opinion, you could try incorporating your competitive aspirations into your lines. Or perhaps some words to intimidate your opponent.
Oh, we have an expert among us. Hey, why don't you play a match with me? It'll help me warm up and maybe find some creative inspiration.
As much as I'd like to oblige, I'm afraid that I haven't played before. I don't even have my own deck.
I can use mine.
Perfect. Paimon
Mine's
really
legit.
wants to watch you play. How about Paimon gives Kazuha a crash course right now?
Since everyone is so willing to offer their help, how can I refuse?
I like how we're supposed to be fighting some guy who stole a bunch of card backs, and instead we're playing the card
also
game.
included a few little tips and tricks she's picked up from watching the Traveler play. Well, think you can handle it from here, Kazuha?
I think I've got it. Thank you, Paimon-sensei.
Paimon Sensei.
Sensei? Wow, Paimon's never been called that before.
Well, Kazuha, ready to go one-on-one against Liyue's most notorious backstreet poet?
Wow.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity, Director Who.
Oh,
Any last
Huta's gonna get
words before
destroyed.
the duel begins?
One moment.
She's gonna get.
Okay.
She's gonna get rocked.
I think I've got something.
Wow, that was fast.
All right. Say your piece, Challenger.
Whoa, things are really heating up.
Barely. But
Minds like sharp blades clash. Friendship forged through cards and dice. autumn leaves burn bright. I, Kaedahara Kazuha, humbly accept this duel.
Cringe.
The birds are chirping, the weather's so nice. Watch me roll 6 pyro dice. Director Hu of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is ready for battle.
I like hers more. It's a bit jarring, change of genre there.
My turn. Chi?
Chi? What is that cat meowing in the background?
I am defeated. It's no wonder that Director Hu has earned a spot in the tournament finals.
I mean, that was your first game ever.
Good thing I was able to send off all those summons of yours. I have to say, it's hard to believe that this was your first time playing.
I owe it all to Paimon-sensei's teaching.
Huh? You really mean that? Yay! Hey!
Wow.
Paimon's always been able to float in the air!
I mean...
Well, Kazuha, did you enjoy Genius Invocation?
Yes, indeed. There is a good variety of card abilities.
I'm gonna skip every single time they say TCG. I refuse.
I understand now why it's become so popular across Teyvat.
Oh, seems the world's gained yet another TCG player.
Where did she come from?
Shortly after these two had begun their match, everyone seemed so focused on the game that I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, it's so weird seeing her with her regular clothes.
Your reputation precedes you. It's an honor to finally meet you.
Please, the honor is all mine. I have heard great things about the esteemed Yuheng from Captain Beidou.
Just call me Kuching. You played very well indeed, considering it was your first time. I'm impressed. If we ever have the opportunity, I too would like to play a match with you.
Wow! Kazuha's already lined up his next opponent!
I didn't even know
Why
that
so
she
surprised?
played.
Practically everyone at Yujing Terrace is playing Genius Invocation TCG these days. I also play from time to time, when time permits.
It would be my pleasure to join you for a match. However, I can't borrow the Traveler's deck forever. Our match might have to wait until after I manage to obtain my own casket of tomes.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. When we get back to the tournament venue, I'll ask a member of the Genius Invocation TCG Society to provide one for you. And please don't think about returning the favor. I assure you, it's no inconvenience. Besides, a friend of the Traveler is a friend of us all.
I am grateful for your kindness, Kuching.
Pleasure. Also, Hu Tao, the final is about to start. I just came to make sure you're aware.
She just popped up from the ground.
It might look like my mind's on other things, but I'm still listening. Thorough preparation is the key to victory, after all. Will you all be coming with us to the venue?
I wanted to talk about something, but...
We're investigating a card snatcher. Have any of you seen someone going around collecting Genius Invocation card backs recently?
Card backs? You mean like the kind with a treasure chest design on it?
Yes, exactly. That's the one.
Funny. The word snatcher didn't come to mind when I saw him. He struck me as more of a potential client. I saw him playing a match against Chongyun this morning. He said
I was not wrong about Chongyun.
Hand over their card back. It was close, but he managed to beat Chongyun in the end. After the match, he wiped the sweat from his forehead, took the card back from Chongyun, and left.
Sounds like we need to go talk to Chongyun then.
In that case, try Uwang Hill. I think that's where he should be. If I may ask, what else is this alleged card snatcher suspected of doing?
We don't know too much about him, apart from his obsession with card backs. But apparently, he's stolen other players' cards before.
I see. I'll inform the Millilith to be on the lookout for this individual. But while he's still at large, make sure you stay safe.
Yeah, because he's gonna do anything.
The Traveler to Wang Hill.
All right. See you later.
See ya.
With so many people rooting for me, I'm sure the match will be over before I can say phew.
Well.
Alright, let's go find Chongyun.
I don't think, like... Chongyun's still not in this story, right? Like, Chongyun's only in a hangout? Like, we've had him in, I think, one other... Whoops. Ooh, boy, that's not great. We saw him in one other event. I forgot which one it was, but... I think... Yeah, like, we haven't really met him outside of I think I did his hangout too. It was it was fun. It was very much fun. All right.
Hey, don't panic. I'm sure we'll find her.
Changyun, we found you!
Paimon, traveler. And
hello, I am Kaida Harakazuha.
hi, I'm Changyun, an exorcist from Liyue. Long story short, this boy lost his friend while they were playing hide and seek.
I told little you not to hide anywhere too far away, but I've looked everywhere, and I still can't find her.
Uh-oh. It could be dangerous to get lost out here in the wilderness. We'll help look for her too. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, I kind of peeked a little bit when I was counting. She went that way.
Cheater.
Okay, then let's start looking in that direction.
Cheater. That's what he just said.
Little you? Little you?
Hello, you. We know her.
Look at treasure hoarders again. Oh, let's hope little you didn't run into them.
All right, let's go.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
Pop this here. Awesome.
Seriously, why are we always running into these guys?
They're everywhere.
Hey, everyone, have a look at this.
Are those genius invocation cards?
Oh, I know that one. It belongs to little you. Her dad gave her a deck, and it's her favorite thing. She takes it with her everywhere.
So little you is definitely here.
Interesting.
But there's a fork in the road up ahead. Oh, which way should we go?
Wait a moment. Did Little Yu's father also give her a small box to store the cards?
Yeah, a casket of tomes. I have one too.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
look these people.
As long as she still has the box with her, we should be
How
able
does
to
he know
determine the
that? He
location.
doesn't even play.
Quick, get our casket of tomes out. Let's see. There's Changyun and little Feng. Aha! There's another player over there. That must be little you.
Like, how does he know that? He literally just learned how to play the game like 5 seconds ago.
Little you!
Little Feng?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone so far away. I was trying to find a hiding place, but then I saw a bunch of really angry-looking guys and I got scared. So I ran and ran till I ended up here.
I mean, you're not that far away.
We've already taken care of the bad guys, but Uwang Hill is full of yin energy. You shouldn't be playing in a
Yeah,
place
why
like this.
are they here?
Yes, sir. We won't do it again. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Of course. Now, don't go running off. Hang tight for a moment, and I'll walk you both home.
Paimon's glad she was okay.
Me too. Good on Kazuha for coming up with the Casket of Tomes idea.
Even though he doesn't play.
How did the rest of us not think of that? Huh. Guess we use it so often when we're playing cards that it didn't occur to us to use it for anything else. What a nifty little gadget. The Sumeru scholars who invented it must be super brainy. Oh, by the way, Changyun, we wanted to ask you about something.
So we have to ask him about the card snatcher guy.
Oh, I knew there was something fishy about his obsession with card backs. I can't believe it. I let a thief slip right through my fingers. Whoa. Deep breaths. Stay calm.
It's not your fault. You didn't know what his intentions were.
Yeah, like, how
If
were you
I'd
supposed
been
to
in
guess
your
that?
shoes and he invited me to a duel on the same terms, I doubt I'd have sensed anything untoward either.
Exactly. He's crafty. If you're not paying attention, he'll just steal the card he wants. And if that doesn't work, he'll come up with some other way to get his hands on it.
Did he happen to say anything after he got the card back?
Not a lot. He seemed to be in a hurry. He just packed up his things and then left for the docks. But I did hear him grumbling about how far away Inazuma is. and how he wasn't looking forward to the boat journey.
This guy sure talks to himself a lot. Well, it sounds like a pretty solid lead, so Paimon thinks we should follow it. But first, we should stop by the venue.
Then I guess I'll take Little Fong and Little Yu home now. Though I'd really rather help track down that thief.
We got it.
Sure. I'm counting on you.
Whoa. Is it just Paimon, or did things suddenly get gloomier here after Changyun left? Huh. Come on, let's get out of here.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of his whole shtick. Alright, let's go back to Inazuma. I mean, not Inazuma, Leeway. Probably the next part of this is we go to Inazuma. I'm assuming we're probably going to go to all 4 nations. Alright, let's go over here. Yeah, it's weird because I see her like this. I see her in her skin form. So, like, seeing her, like, in her, like, regular clothes, I forget how she looks like. Like...
What an incredible match. Truly mesmerizing to watch 2 players compete at such a high level.
What? We missed the final again? Ugh, Paimon was hoping we'd at least get to catch a glimpse of the final round.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
You're back. Did you find Chongyun? Everything goes smoothly?
There were a few hiccups along the way, but in the end, it all turned out fine. So Hu Tao, did you win your match?
Of course. It didn't go quite as phew as I'd expected.
Wow.
But all in all, it was still a good old wham bam, I'd like to thank my fam.
Wow.
My opponent was no pushover. We both took out a couple of each other's character cards before it came down to the decisive round. I closed my eyes, held my breath, and clenched the dice tightly in my hand as I prayed for the blessings of all my supporters in the audience, both visible and invisible. Wink, wink.
Wow.
Can you guess what happened next?
And what
Channeling
happened?
all my skill and style, with a flick of the wrist, I released the dice from my hands and shouted my battle cry at the top of my lungs.
Watch me roll 6 pyro dice!
And lo and behold, when the dice came to rest, I counted precisely 6 of the pyro persuasion. It was all over before I could say, "Pyre, pyre, pants on fire."
Wow.
Wow, sounds like your poem worked like a charm.
Director Who's playstyle is rapid but graceful, like a lone butterfly navigating the depths of a forest. With a little luck beneath her wings, she soared above the competition.
Luck is a key ingredient in every success. Wouldn't you agree, Traveler?
Oh, it's Ningguang and Charlotte! Finished with your business meeting?
Yep. I have to say, the Tianquan has a very incisive mind. She's extremely insightful. I gotta admit, I'm kinda envious of Baiwen now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. You must be Kaidahara Kazuha.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Charlotte.
This lady's
First
getting her mind
Traveler,
blown.
Now Kazuha. Feels like I've been inducted into the Tevat Heroes Club. I remember when you made the headlines of the Steambird. Young samurai blocks the Muso no Hitotachi. You captured
She
the
said it
public
pretty well,
imagination
actually.
of Fontaine for some time.
That was pretty good.
I had no idea I was up against such a legendary warrior in our card duel earlier.
She's like, I've never heard of you.
That's all in the past now. I count myself as the fortunate one today for this chance to make so many new friends.
Today is indeed a momentous day to have brought us all together. I propose that I treat everyone to a meal to mark the occasion, if it pleases you all.
Oh? Sounds like it's victory mealtime. Count me in. You'll have to excuse me for a moment while I wrap things up at the tournament venue. I'll join you all later.
Let's see
This is great. We can have a nice hearty meal and get a good sleep tonight before heading off to Inazuma tomorrow.
Inazuma, does this mean you found a new lead on the card snatcher?
Sure did. Investigating is what we do best. Well, okay, guess look.
Wow.
I still have some things to take care of here in Liyue, so I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you to Inazuma.
Okay, but remember to keep working on your genius invocation skills. You never know when Paimon-sensei will show up for a surprise inspection.
I mean, I don't think
Also
she
heard
actually
some
plays.
things about this card snatcher you're pursuing.
Already? Well, not nothing gets past Ningguang, huh?
A new card back appeared on the market recently. It's extremely rare and bears an image of a treasure chest. Some players are willing to pay exorbitant amounts of more for things of this nature, as they believe they can improve their luck. So I looked into them briefly to see whether there was any genuine commercial value in them. I quickly learned that every card back with that particular design had been scooped up overnight. There's not a single one left in all of Liyue. Initially, I thought this might be just another case of a merchant hoarding goods in hopes of maximizing their profits. But once I heard more, I realized it must be the thief you are after.
I mean, we don't know if they actually
Is there
stole
anything
anything,
else
right?
unusual about these card backs other than their rarity?
Unfortunately, since I didn't manage to procure one for myself, I'm unable to say for sure. All I know is that despite being custom-made, they are not particularly exquisite. If they were, you can be sure I would have purchased one sooner.
The mystery of this card snatcher gets more baffling at every turn.
It doesn't matter. Given how much he likes to talk to himself, he's sure to spill all his secrets sooner or later.
Every journey into the unknown is a mystery waiting to be solved. But often, it is encounters with the unexpected that make the journey all the more interesting. For instance, it was certainly a pleasant surprise for me today to meet top talents from all around Tevat.
Hey, okay. That's round 2. Can we pull? Probably not. Not yet.
By the way, does Captain Beto play Genius Invocation Teeth?
Yes. In fact, she's one of the best in the whole Crux fleet.
Would you mind
Sounds about
putting in a
right.
word for me, Kazuha? I'm a longtime fan of Captain Beto's. I always hoped I'd be friends with her someday, but so far I've never had the chance.
Sure. But please be gentle when you inevitably defeat her in Genius Invocation.
Wow. Okay. That being said,
Hi there, my name's Charlotte. I'm a reporter for the Steenbird. Could I borrow a moment of your time for a brief interview?
Sure. Go ahead.
You made a promising start in this competition, leaving many contenders in the dust on your way to the finals, before narrowly missing out on a championship win when you lost to director Hu Tao of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It must be difficult for you knowing how close you came to victory. With this in mind, would you like to share your thoughts on how the final match played out?
Sorry. Do you want an answer for the media, or do you want my actual thoughts?
I'd like to hear your actual thoughts, of course.
Well, I've always said that playing cards is 70% skill and 30% luck. But when your opponent rolls 6 dice of the same element at once, there's no coming back from that. Not even with Adeptus level skills. So there was no hope for a mere adventurer like me.
Lame. I don't know, man. I've had like people roll 6 of that dice. You can absolutely make a comeback. Okay, so we don't have too much time left. So let's do daily so that way we can get a pull here, and then we'll call it for today. So let's go ahead and let's see if since we're live streaming, let's hope we get some streamer luck here. That's the goal. The goal is to get some streamer luck. All right, let's see. So this will be very quick. So let's go over here. Actually, we have to come to Inazuma anyways, I think. So this actually kind of works out. All right. So let's you know what? Let's move the clock now. Because if we bump into somebody, we might as well just do it now. Alright. Cool. Perfect.
Last night was so much fun. Paimon had a great time chatting with everyone. Hopefully we'll find someone in Inazuma to treat us to a meal too.
Oh, wow.
Chatting? From what I saw, you were eating the entire time, Paimon.
Wow.
Hey! Not the entire time.
Wow. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, let's go here. Sure. I need to switch to a bow. Let's actually use Amber for this.
Outrider Amber, report.
Yeah, because, like, I realized when I use Venti, like, his passive, like, kicks in, and then, like, it's just, like, super, like, annoying. Because he has, like, the charged, like, he'll, like, double shoot sometimes. Or, actually, Ganyu's, like, the worst. Because you have to, like, actually pull back the bow, and if you take too long, you charge up her bloom, and then you're definitely gonna fail, so... Amber's definitely the way to go. I mean, you can use anybody, but, like... Even Tanari, like, Tanari will make his little... Oh, shoot. His little, like, burst thing, so you don't want that. Let's go back to here for a second.
What is the situation?
And then we'll go here. So no one sees me. I really hate this daily. Like, this whole, like, island of thieves thing. Like... Alright, good. So I saw the first one. There's one. Oh, they're both here. Got it. Have to wait for this guy to walk through. We don't have to fight anybody. Because fighting people takes so long, and like, you don't get anything for fighting them either, which is so bad. That's why I don't like the Inazuma dailies too much, because I don't like the fact that there's a lot of, like, you spawn enemies, but you don't get anything for fighting the enemies. Like, it's honestly kind of a lame setup. Like, you have to fight people, but then you don't get anything for it, which is, like, really kind of lame. Alright, cool. Let's go here and here. We'll go over here.
I see everything.
Let's get down to business.
Oh. Well, this works out, I guess.
Cut to the chase.
Let's get rid of these guys, because I need them for Ayaka. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll go over here. This one was so far away. Alright, cool. So now we're gonna do...
Everyone hold hands.
Boom, boom, boom.
There is no escape. Incoming. Hey!
Good stuff. And then... Good. Awesome. That was easy. And then I think we should be able to pull soon. Really, no one dropped anything besides those two guys? Lame. We'll go here. We'll cash in our dailies. And hopefully we get somebody. Listen, I'm down for either the cat girl or the cat girl or Yoimiya. I've been wanting Yoimiya for such a long time. I remember I skipped her banner when she first came out because I wanted Ayaka and I didn't pull Ayaka either. I was so frustrated. So, I mean, I guess I wouldn't have pulled Yoimiya either, I guess, technically, since I didn't get Ayaka, but I did get Ayaka now, so now it's going to be, can I get cool. So the question is going to be, can I get Yoimiya? At this point, I'm trying to remember, like, who don't I have? Like, I feel like I pretty much have almost everybody.
Add Ash.
Alright,
Thank you for
cool.
Add Ash.
I'm actually missing Layla, which is kind of funny. Alright, we're gonna go here. Here, and here. And then we're gonna pick this up. Alright, let's see it! Alright, let's see it. Oh, exactly. Yep. Oh, come on. No. Not today. Not today, unfortunately. And I don't think I have story. Yeah, no. Yeah, it says 4. It'll end in Sumer then. What's this weapon? Increase elemental mastery by 40% after charge attacks hit opponents. Interesting. It is an attack bow, which is kind of cool. Huh. That's for the weapon. Got it. Okay. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Alright. And then this, okay, got it. Okay. Alright, not too bad. Well then, I think... Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to do that. Alright. Let's end it here for today, guys. Alright, guys. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It greatly helps out the channel. We'll be back on tomorrow with some more Honkai Star Rail action. Because that way the patch will actually be through. Which actually the patch I think should be ending up in a few minutes. So it's just like the maintenance takes forever. But anyways, guys, you know, take care, be safe, make wise choices. You know, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Stop making bad life choices. Check out one of our other Genshin videos. And that's it for me, all. But take care. I'll catch you soon.